12 grand into repairs on it so far, and I can't figure out what's going on.
Hey guys, Ed over here at FICM Repair. So, second stitch of the day, same dude. So I think he and I are on similar missions, actually. He's helping folks out with the mechanics working in Arizona and doing good things. So give him a like, give him a follow. He's doing the Lord's work there, right? But we're helping people out another way. Look, if you're not local to Arizona and you don't have somebody that's willing to just help you for free, recognize that that's kind of what we do, but on a nationwide basis and for a different, and a global basis, really, but for a different intent, and that's to keep you on the road, not off to the side of it. Well, that part of it's the same, I suppose, but to do it without breaking the bank, which I guess that's the same too. We're just not turning the wrenches for you, unlike this gentleman over here. So what we can do is we can hook you up with diagnostics, tell you what's going on, tell you the reason for it. I mean, multiple times a week, in some cases multiple times a day, we're figuring out exactly why it is that that the truck's behaving one way or the other. This gentleman that was stitched here when he was video saying, hey, every 3 to 4 weeks something else is breaking with this thing. That's the point of my prior stitch, actually, to say, man, are you sure if your STC fitting is shot that you don't want to just go ahead and change out the H-pop while you're up in there and minimally clean the IPR valve because you're staring at it? And, or do you just like having problems every 2, 3, 4 weeks? These trucks are getting old. And as a result of getting old, I mean, we're getting old too. I mean, this gray didn't come from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And so what happens is things that used to work great don't necessarily work as great as they used to anymore. And so now comes the question of, hey, what do you want to do about this? So yes, you can use like an Edge Insight CTS3, my favorite drum to beat on, to go ahead and figure out what's going on. But if you don't know what you're looking at, take a look at my other pinned video about how to monitor, what to monitor, how to monitor on a CTS3, or my other video about how to diagnose a no start. And so it's also pinned. So those two videos are pinned in 6.0 land. But regardless of that, if you're not running monitoring, I want you to know that you're guessing. You're absolutely guessing. And guessing is an incredibly expensive way to fly. Now we can suppose some things. We totally can. We can say, well, reasonably it could be this, this, or this based on the symptoms, and we ask a ton of questions to figure that out. Most of our phone calls are not 3 minutes. As well, just put it in the comments if you had yeah, I talked to Ed for a minute and a half. I doubt it. It just takes longer. So at any rate, the goal is never to sell you stuff. The goal is to tell you stuff. We rep for everybody. So if it needs to be a Motorcraft part, we sell you the Motorcraft part. But if somebody else makes something better, we rep for everybody in the space. So I don't have a dog in the hunt. I'm very, very, very much vendor neutral. So whatever you need, we totally got you, and we can make certain that you're on the road, not off the side of it. And we're not limited to just Power Stroke 6.0s too. So if you got a Cummins or a Duramax or a 7.3 or whatever it is, a 6.7 Power Stroke, whatever, we can help you, and we can help you figure out what's going on and make sure you're spending money in a way that makes a whole lot of sense to the mission at hand, which is probably to get on the road for as little money as possible, but keeping reliability in check. So I hope this helps. So many times we hear stories, the exact same thing. My truck's been to 3 shops, 5 shops, no one can figure it out, and over a phone call. We're not even with the truck, and we can figure it out for you. All right? So, and all we ask in return is that you give us your business, very frankly, for the parts that you do need. We haven't been beat on price in 15 years. We price match for 30 days after the sale, and our serious goal is just to make sure that you're safe and sound and you don't ruin the family vacay. All right? FICMRepair.com. We're all in this together. Appreciate you guys.